All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the All Markets webinar. This is Bruce at Bookmap. We'll be going through live order flow analysis. This will be forward-looking. If we see opportunities, we will take them. It is not a trading room. It is not trade recommendations whatsoever. It is for understanding order flow and the participants in the auction process. We can see them in order flow. That's the edge here using Bookmap or understanding order flow. So Bookmap is really good in the sense that it will show you the current market, like the DOM or your time in sales. However, we record that data and we plot it on the chart. So you can also look at it historically and put those pieces together. So understand previously what there was a behavior at a specific level, and if that behavior repeats again at another important level. And this is where we can gain an edge. All right, so a few items to go through. First is it's Tuesday. Today is our onboarding webinar. So every Tuesday at 1 p.m. East Coast time, we have this onboarding webinar. This is to get you up and running with Bookmap. How to log into the bookmap.com website, download Bookmap, subscribe to data. You will need to have an additional data subscription, or you bring in your data from your other brokers, and connecting Bookmap. So we will then get up and running with Bookmap and connect it to the data and open symbols, answer questions, and if we have some time, we'll go through some of the elements on the Bookmap chart as well. Okay, so I have the link here for you. We'll put it into the chat, and if you want to attend that webinar, okay, it will be in about 3 hours or so. All right, there you go. And let's jump over to, thank you, Dan. And the new course that we've been covering here in these live webinars is exclusively on the Bookmap Learning Center. So if you're interested in this, there's setups. We're going to go, like I said, we're going to go through them every day in here. So if you want access to them, I'll show you how to get to the videos. So go to bookmap.com and click on education here, and that'll take you right to the Learning Center. Here is where you can see the new course, supply and demand setups. Okay. If you're new in here, there are other courses to go check out as well. The education course will go through how Bookmap is displaying data and understanding these markets and the mechanics behind them, which is imperative to understand. Good morning, Alan. Anyway, then the next step is to understand setups and how to apply what you've learned there. And then this webinar here, we will go through these setups, but we'll also demonstrate. There will be live positions, but they will not be in a live account. They'll be in a demo account. So we'll demonstrate how to manage some of these positions as well. And that's the beauty of being able to demo some of these setups in here. Also show the trade management. Anyway, I'll put the link in here for you as well if you're interested in checking out the course. Okay, there it is. Over in YouTube as well. Thank you, Dan. You've already gotten there. Okay, excellent. All right, let's move on. And general disclosure, all Bookmap Limited materials, information, and presentations are for educational purposes only and should not be considered specific investment advice nor recommendations. This is what we just talked about. The risk disclosure. Trading futures, equities, and digital currencies involves substantial risk of loss and is not suitable for all investors. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. All right, let's jump in. We'll take a look at the S&P E-mini. Let's take a quick look at the order flow and see what's going on here. You can see if we zoom out a bit, this was yesterday here. Here's the overnight, and then here's the cash open. So it opened up to the downside, and it's pretty choppy. You can see the 9:30 cash open here. You can see the sell-off right before, and you can see it continued here. And then we can see just going to go through it really quickly here. High liquidity on the bid here and down here. This liquidity transacted, this liquidity did not, or maybe some of it did, and we've been bouncing around. Where did we go? High liquidity up by the swing up here, this area right in here, okay, at this 65 level. Okay, we trade to it and we sell back off, and we chop around in here, and there's more sellers, passive sellers here on the offer. Okay, and now we've traded back down to high liquidity down here, so it's looking pretty choppy at the moment, right, in the current price action, okay, and order flow. All right, so let's let's take a step back and go over our bigger picture. Okay, so let's see, is Stephen in here today? Let's take a quick. Good morning, Trading is Life. Stephen is not. Oh, there he is. Okay. No, I'd kind of chatted with Stephen yesterday, longtime Bookmap Academy member, and we're talking about some of the setups and processes and coming along with your trading strategies. And it brought up this subject of what we've been talking about in the Bookmap Academy a lot. And let me show you what I mean here. It's really this slide in particular right here. Now our Academy meetings are on Thursday at market close, 4 p.m. East Coast time. And this is what we're going to do as well, I think, during these webinars, and we'll show the process. I think we can do it in this webinar, and we want to see this also for the Academy members as they journal their trades for the Academy. Okay, so if you're interested in that Academy, let me just show you quickly where you can go and get more information. So go to bookmap.com and then click on the More button here. Then under Community, you'll see Bookmap Academy here. You can sign up immediately and partake if you like. No transaction is needed. There's no cost to it, and you can use the free version of Bookmap if you want, but you will need to journal your trading activity within Bookmap. Anyway, take a look if you're interested. This is what we're going to go over, and we want to see in your checklists the market impetus. What's moving the market? Okay, and if there's no strong impetus behind it, we're probably going to see some chop. It's probably not going to move much. So this is a huge filter here. Okay, so this is based off of typically fundamental data. We've got this preparation plan here. Fundamentals, your bigger picture, your economic data, calendar, and then the geopolitical environment. These two are key. Okay, this is typically what moves the market. Then we have the bigger picture in the technicals. Okay, the daily, the weekly candles, previous swings, previous day price action, understanding those swings, because at those areas, we're going to have a lot of interest. There's going to be a lot of stops. There's going to be people that think price is worth more at a high, etc. So anyway, this is very important as well. However, we want to get both of them going together. Okay, we want our technicals to go along with our fundamentals. We can start to, if you don't have that, well, you can still look for opportunities, but it's going to be choppy or range bound type of scalps, or maybe very small trends that you'd be looking for. This here is what I was talking about with Stephen. And Stephen, actually, we talked a little bit more about not so much the fundamentals and the bigger picture here. I kind of left that out, but this is so important. You want that market impetus. Understand it. What's moving the market or not moving the market, and then our key levels are basically our higher time frame technicals, right? And then we can look for scenarios for the day, what might happen, and then we can start to consider how we want to trade that day and look for those opportunities in the marketplace. Is it going to be a trending day? Is it going to be a choppy day? If it's a choppy day, when could it turn into a trending day, etc. Okay, so that's when we get in the final piece here is the order flow in Bookmap and looking at the criteria in your setups and your strategies. Okay, and that's where this here comes into play. Okay, understanding your strategies and setups. Okay, supply and demand, very simple, very straightforward supply and demand setups here. All right, so anyway, that's what we're going to take a look at here. But Stephen and others, these two here are huge. Take a look at some of the traders and the coaches in the academy. Okay, look at David Blake, or look at John. Why do some of their strategies work? These two pieces here are really not within their markups in their charts. Okay? Maybe a little bit from John with the technical level on the higher time frame. He's looking at his options levels. Okay, so or something from the options environment that he's going to apply to the technicals in the order flow in Bookmap. That alone right there is a huge edge. Okay, I just can't underscore how important these two are here. And then that will set us up for, I mean, we're halfway there, basically, more than halfway there. Okay, then it comes down to finding the right setup for that day and the right strategy to trade, and then looking for proper management within that environment. All right, so now that said, and we'll get into the order flow in just a minute. Okay, this is setting the stage here, though, and you know, I hope that we can apply a lot of what we're talking about right now to the Bookmap Academy. And see that in the journaling that you guys have. And I want to show you a trick with that, in fact. So after understanding this, okay, your bigger picture, then, and then we have it here as well, impetus, higher time frame, key levels, time of day as well is super important. Like right now at 10:20 East Coast time, typically we have some sort of midday reversal, okay, or chop or something. Usually you have that opening drive in the beginning of the session, and then you might have, we even have a setup for it. In fact, I'll just leave you with that. It's right here, failed mid-morning reversal. Okay, it's 3 minutes and 10 seconds. It's this video here. Okay, in fact, I kind of missed it yesterday. We'll go over it in just a second, and I'll put this into the chat for you guys as well. Good morning, iBomb. Okay, there we go. And over here, there we go. Okay. All right. So time of day, super important as well, because you might have everything aligned. You got your higher time frame impetus and what's going on in the market, and you have your higher time frame key level, but no one's trading that time of day. That's how important it is. Okay, then we get into the mechanics of our setup and looking for an order flow event or events that make up that setup. Okay, now this is the part that I went over with Stephen last night. Okay, trading and journaling in Bookmap, in the Bookmap Academy here. This is a Bookmap Academy criteria, and build out your playbook. How are we going to do that? Okay, well, we're going to take one setup to start with, something that resonates with you. Okay, so you can start with these. These are pretty solid strategies or setups, and do any of them resonate with you? Maybe it's parts of it that resonate with you. Take it, add it to your strategy, and you know, maybe is a bit from here, a bit from there, a bit from some other educator. It does not matter. Whatever resonates with you, that you know, you've had some success with, and you understand how the market works with it. Okay, take that one strategy and create 20 markups and build out your playbook. Okay, now it's not just markups that I'm talking about here. In fact, we're going to take it further, and let me just show an example here. All right, so in fact, we might just take a position here just to show it in real time. Okay, so we'll go into our demo account, right? So this is not a trade recommendation at all. In fact, we're just going to jump into the market just to demo this. We'll look for maybe a setup if we can get one. I'm not really seeing much at all at the moment. Maybe we'll just see if we can get maybe I don't know. Heck, let's just take a look here. Maybe a bit of buying here. There we go. Okay, and let's see if we can hit this liquidity up here. Okay, just swing to the high here, back up into this high liquidity right in front of it. All right, so we'll see. All right, and I'll move my stop up immediately. Now we're going to go to the trading statistics here, and this will help your markups quite a bit. This add-on here is free. It's open to all. Okay, so let's click on it, we have the trading statistics here. There we go. So we're filled, right? We got filled on that. So we have a trade example to go through. So open up the trading statistics window here, stats window. Here's our trade. Okay, here's our this is overall P&L for the demo account, yeah, okay, so no, this is the overall. Okay, so and here's our individual trade here. We have a whole bunch of different statistics in here, you can copy and paste these into an Excel spreadsheet. You can find this also on the in your user folder if you want to as comma separated values. So the way you can access that is go here to File, open your user folder, it is through the add-ons, trading statistics, and then you can see your statistics here. Okay, leave. I'm sorry, maybe it might be under the config folder. Anyway, I'll get back to you on that one. It's been a little while since I looked at that. The reason why is I've been looking at the trading journal. I've been using this. So I sync this with my trading statistics, you can see it says the status here, it is synced. There were some problems early with this, but now it works really, really well. And then open it up. Okay, click on this. You can choose your whichever journal you want it to open up with, or all of them. It has all my journals here. Okay, so now we can go and check out the trade that we just took. Okay, we'll click on trade history, and here it is. Okay, so this is today, the 20th of May 2025, we have basically all the same statistics. I think a few are missing from the trading statistics add-on. Okay, so now what we can do though is we can take a look at this here and look at our trade as well and journal it. Okay, we can come in and take a screenshot of this. Okay, why did I get in here? Why did I get out here? How did I manage this, etc. Okay, so mark up your charts. Now this is just kind of a fictitious example, but when you follow a specific strategy, now you have this data here. Okay, you have it here in your trading journal. Okay? You should be able to copy this or you can move this, create a new journal, and move it into that journal. Okay, so let's add a new journal in here, and we'll call this setup demo. Okay, because it's really not a strategy here. It's a journal, simulation, add it. Okay, all right. Now let's go over to that journal. Okay, we'll manage all my journals here, and setup demo. All right, right here. And where is my trade? Okay, maybe it takes a minute here to show. Yeah. It's the ES. Okay, I'll find it for you guys. Anyway, let's go. We'll go back to all my journals here, and we can take the trade here and move it to that journal. Okay, that's maybe what I need to do here. Set up demo. Okay. Go here. And there's my trade. Okay, so now you've got your trading example in here. Okay, let's click on it. And I can now also, I can take a screenshot here of this setup. I'm going to take a screenshot here. And I'm going to just save it here. Okay, it's saved in my screenshots folder in my Bookmap C drive. I'll open that back up from my user folder up here. Screenshots. And here it is here. Okay, at the top here, I've filtered it by date. And what you can do is you can mark it up first. You know, use some other kind of software to mark it up. But we can open it up here. And you know, mark up your chart, entry, exit, Y, etc. And then we can take that, or I'm sorry, this is it here. Now we can take that and we can add it to the journal here. All right, so I'm going to take that and just drag and drop it over here, and it's uploading. Okay, and there's my trade right here. Okay, so now what I'm getting at here is you're going to build out a playbook, and you're going to have all of these trades within here, and you will have the data for them as well. Okay, and now you can go back and study that data and start to understand, like, okay, what was my MFE, MAE here? Okay, it went 8 for me, it went 3 against me. Okay, how do you want to manage it? What time of day was this? You know, put in a whole bunch of filters here. So you may, this is a good template here to take and put into your Excel spreadsheet. Okay, and then you can look at all sorts of metrics there, or you can also use the metrics here from the dashboard and take a look at them here. There's only one trade in here, right? So win-loss ratio, it's a win. I was long. You know, you'll see though. Now you have data on your playbook. This is a really powerful tool, and you're going to become an expert in your setup. And now you've got something. And what I was suggesting to Stephen, and we'll be done in just a minute with this, guys. I know this is kind of tedious, but it is so important. Okay, we're going to filter out everything else from the market, and you're going to focus. This is just a suggestion for those of you who want to really hone your skills on a specific setup in the academy. Okay, this is how you do it, and take this and then become an expert in it. Take everything else from the market and don't trade. Just trade your setup that you're looking for. Become a total expert in it. Understand the time of day, the market impetus. Why is it moving? The instrument that you trade. Then understand everything about it. Become an expert in it. And if you do this with 20 different instances, I would imagine that you are going to become very much an expert. Okay, so we go back to at this. And this is where I was going with Steven at the end. Take that one setup, create these 20 markups, build out your playbook. Okay? No, it has to resonate with you. So start with one and become an expert in it. Okay, take 2 to 3 weeks. I suggested 3 weeks, maybe even more. Maybe 6 weeks. Become an expert in this one strategy. Once you become an expert in this one strategy, you can move on to another one, but you have to understand the process. And you should be making money with this one setup once you become an expert in it. And maybe that's enough. Maybe you just stop right there. Okay. The thing that's going to happen though is it's best to start with one, become an expert, and then move on to have at least, like, I don't know, 2 to 4, 2 to 3 different setups, so that you can trade different environments. And you can, if one thing is not setting up, the other might be setting up. All right. Any questions on this? I know this this was tedious and not so fun, but really this is vitally important. And if you want to become an expert with your setup, this is a great road to take. All right. Any comments? Any questions on any of this here? And again, it's up to you how do you want to deal with this, but it should really vastly improve your trading. And just start with it and give it a shot at least. What's really important is the focus. You got to forget everything else. You can't be distracted. All right, enough said. Let's see here. Any questions over in YouTube? Let's see. Oh, which chat do you go to? Let me show you. Sniper Trader. All right, so here we are in our Bookmap Discord, and this is it here, All Markets Bruce. But you'll see the presentation is here, okay, in this room here. So you will enter this room here, and then you can attend in here, and then you can click on the presentation here, and there's this pop-out button in the lower right-hand corner. Pop it out, okay, and then you'll see the presentation on that screen, okay. What that does is it allows you to then go back up and scroll up to the All Markets matching chat room here. Okay, so click on that, and then you'll be in the chat room here, and you can ask questions in here. All right. Okay, I hope that helps. Yeah, Laura, you just tried the screenshot in the trading journal. Yeah, they did a great job. They really did. Now you're building out your journal, and you can go back and look at your collection of journals. So each journal can be a setup. Okay, that's how you can separate them all. And again, what's so nice about the trading journal is you can come back in and select all sorts of different things. Time frames. You can select different journals, and you can select all journals. Okay? And then you can select different instruments within the journal as well, or all journals. Okay, this is great. So you want to study just the ES M5 here. You just click on it here. Here's the H from previously. All right. So anyway, guys, good stuff. It's very simple, and you've got metrics in here, and you've also got the trade history, and you've got your trading notes here too. So you can add notes to these as well. Let's go back and let me show you. Okay, so we'll click on our trading history. This is the trade that we just took. We'll click on it, and we want to add some notes in here. Okay, right here. Right here, add your note in here. In fact, moreover, I can share this. I can share this with you guys. We can share them all with each other here. So I'll just come back in here, and I should be able to click on it, and let's see, or maybe it's the journal, the specific journal I need to share here. Yeah. Okay. Copy the link, and we're good to go. Here you go, over in Discord. Check it out. See if you can bring it up. Let me know if you can bring it up, and do you see the trade in here in this journal? Okay, do you see the screenshot when you click on it, and the note here as well? If you can just please confirm that, that'd be great. And we can use this tool. All right. Well, we haven't missed much, I'll tell you that. It might be setting up though pretty nicely here. Let's take a quick look. All right, so you have to log in. Yeah, you will have to log in, that's for sure, Stephen. To access the journal, you have to log in to bookmap.com. Okay, once you're logged in though, you should be able to see it. It works. They're magical. I mean, really, these guys put that together, those features together so quickly. I was shocked. It was they had a small time frame to work with, and they worked very well within it. All right, so what do we see? Well, this is what I'm looking for, at least at the cash open here. We see all this selling and this move into high liquidity on the way down. Okay, so I'm looking at two different things. I'm looking at the passive liquidity, or the passive orders, in context with the aggressive orders. Okay, and then the price action as well. The price action is maybe giving us a potential inverse head and shoulders. All right, so that's what I'm kind of looking at right now. All right, and now what I don't see here that makes me pause a little bit is there's not so much high liquidity in here getting filled on the bid. So that means that these passive buyers in here, there's not so many. And it's this setup in particular, when we see, let me bring that setup up. Now, hold on. Okay, it's this one. The trend line break and accumulation. We're looking for it, and this one is we're looking for it all the time in all these setups, but in this one in particular, it's really good. Okay, we're going to be looking for the passive orders getting filled on the bid on the way down, and then actually this one more push here, and this is going to be our flush through and our stop run below the figure of 2100. So we're looking for passive buyers here, liquidity getting filled. Then we're looking for aggressive buyers on the other side, and them to start to pick up the pace of buying, and for them to move price higher. Okay, so in this sense, we have buyers on our side passively and buyers on our side aggressively. Okay, I was thought about it last night as well. Like we can use a terminology like follow the money, basically. Okay, now let's take a shot at this. Actually, I'm going to look for a pullback because potentially this might be happening now. Okay, now what I don't like about it though is we don't have all of these passive buyers. I'm still looking for these aggressors to move it. I just don't think it is as strong as if we had all of these passive buyers getting filled. Okay, there's some in here as well that got filled. That's good. There's some in here that got filled as well. So that's not bad, right? So, okay, well, maybe we take a couple shots at this. Maybe we take one. We just missed it. We can look for a pullback though. And we'll take one position here, and then so this will only be half a position or maybe a third a position. Okay, and then we'll take another position down here, okay, on a pullback, because we are anticipating chop. Okay, so we're looking for the breakout here. but we don't have all of that passive buying on our side, right? So our inverse head and shoulders is starting to play out, but we were looking for a pullback, and this is what happens when you look for a pullback. You can be left behind, okay? And that's that. Now there's different ways to manage it. You know, we can talk about, like, we're looking for two pullbacks right now, or we could have gotten in market buy up here, and then look for a pullback on this one, and we'd be in. Right now, I'm just going to cancel these right now because it's trading into high liquidity up here. This trade is done for me. All right, so we can do a measured move on this. It's probably going to, probably look for it to come back up to the swing up here at around 72 or so. Let's zoom out a little bit, maybe 75. Okay, but we're just trading into high liquidity up here at 70. Okay, let's take a quick look at a measured move. You guys know I like the measured moves. I just think it's such an easy way to judge and match targets with from your price action. Okay, well, a bigger measured move would be up here around 80. Half a measured move would be up around 75 or so. Okay, so this is just getting started. All right. You can still look for some pullbacks here. Whoops, let me cancel all drawings here for a minute, and let's try that again. All right. And also, yeah, the horizontal line here off of this breakout structure here. Okay. And our measured move would be, yeah, somewhere around, look for half a measured move up here around 75, and a full one here around 80. Okay, and liquidity is starting to come in at 80, so that looks pretty good. Okay, Alois, you said that some of the, just let us know if it's possible to delete. Yeah, you should be able to delete them. Let's go back in and we'll create and delete one. You might have to take a position and delete. Okay, so new journal. Let's call it to delete. Example. Type. Simulation. Add. All right. And let's go into our to delete journal. We have nothing in there right now, so let's take a trade. Looking for pullbacks and then a retest back up here. Okay, so let's just get in market and let's just see if we can get up to the top of that little range right there, and that liquidity. All right, I'm just going to hit exit. Okay, so there's a loss of a tick there. Now let's go back into the trading journal. Okay, we need to go back to trade history, all, and then we'll move it over. Okay, here it is. On a minute. All right, okay, so that's how it works. So we'll move this over now to our delete example. All right, there we go. And then let's bring up that journal. Okay. And we'll go to manage. and this one here. And here's where you can remove it, Alois. Okay, so let's do it. We'll remove it. Remove, cannot be undone. And then let's go back to, yeah, you'll see also these are my journals here in the journal manager, my journals, and then also the one shared with me. I think this one was, yeah, this was from Maxime, one of our developers here. Okay, so we'll go back and then we'll go back to main page right here. Okay, now we're back at our main page and that journal's gone. Does that answer your question, Alois? So you got to go through the manage button here and then you can delete. Guys, you can also delete trades from here. This was by design because maybe you make a mistake in, you know, like this demo here. I don't want that in my data. I don't want that in my studies. So you can go back and delete some of them. I'll tell you this though, the trades that are sent into the this journal here, they cannot be deleted. Okay, so this one has to hold you accountable, basically, the demo sim here. So it's here, and if I bring it up here, simulation demo, I think this is it. It's got to be it. No, it should be, should have 32,000 in there. Hold on a minute. Count balance. No, it's 131,000. That's right. Okay. All right, so let's go back. It's not the competition one. Simulation demo, I believe that's it. But anyway, it's not showing the proper amount. Well, regardless, this is true though. Like this is what we use here from the. Boy, I didn't think I'd be going through all this in the in this webinar, guys. Usually we just look at the price action, but I just want to show and demo these tools because this is the direction we want to go with the setups, and the highly recommend that you guys at least give this a shot to become an expert with your one setup. This is a good pathway, a good roadmap here. Anyway, using these tools will assist you quite a bit. This is the connection here, the trading simulator here. That's the one I'm connected to right now, and that has, we use that in twofold here actually. One is for the competitions and one is for your demo account. Your demo account has 100 grand in it to begin with, and trade it as you see fit, but it will be recorded though, and you cannot delete trades from that. However, you can delete certain trades from here. So like that, you can see I've got a couple duplicated because it goes into here, this one that we took that one tick loss here. We can go back in and we can no, this, see, I can't delete this one, but there's others in here that you can. Okay, I can delete it from this journal here. Yeah, that's it. That is correct. Okay, so I can delete it from this journal here. I've got it in two different journals in here. I've got it in my simulation demo and my demos setup in here. Okay. And from that one, I click on it and I can delete the trade. Okay, or I can move it to another journal if you want. All right. So this isn't cherry picking or anything like that. Like I said, the dashboard here, this is we worked so hard to create this kind of sloping moving up equity curve, and then right around here we had our competitions. And that's where everything went crazy. Anyway, these were 1 lots, and these were like 20 to up to 120 lots, and you can see massive difference in here. And then after those competitions kind of died out, you can see we're back to this kind of sloping curve here. And that's that. All right. So let me know if you have any questions. Happy to go through it. If you're interested in this and you want to partake, just come over to the Bookmap Academy, bookmap.com, more button, Bookmap Academy, and sign up. Okay. And then come to our meeting and come to our Discord chat room and partake in there. Okay? You'll see all sorts of markups in there. Oh, look at you, Alois. Excellent. Beautiful. Yep. Yeah. If you don't mind me showing. So yeah, here's your competition, and look at that equity curve. Lovely, lovely stuff. All right. So anyway, guys, you got all your data in here that you can study and take forward. Okay. So build out your playbook. All right. Remember, these two or three here are key. What's moving the market? Your impetus. Know what it is. Is it fundamental data, economic data? Is it a Fed speaker? Did they mention something? Is it both? Is it politicians? Is it war? Put that into perspective. War typically, and crude oil. There's going to be massive swings in reactions typically. Okay, so this is what I mean. So know your impetuses and your time of day, and then you get into your status checklist and your order flow, and just study that one setup and become an expert at it. Okay, this is the pathway here. Give it a shot for 2 to 3 weeks and see what the results are. Come up with 20 different examples. All right, enough said. Let's move on. Let's take a look at this order flow and jump in here. Floor traders, Johnny, do not use journals. Yeah, I can only imagine that. But I mean, in this day and age, I mean, floor traders it's just a totally different way. Look, I've worked with floor traders with Bookmap. In fact, just a funny story is they saw a Bookmap, and a lot of them said, this is the closest to the floor I've ever seen. You know, you can kind of look at the almost like the pit noise in here, but the size of the dots, right? There's another thing to take a look at here, not your volume counters over here, like, you know, chart range volume profile. Right click in here and go to quotes counter. Okay, this is flurries of activity. This is quotes, right? You can see, like, if there's a lot of quotes flashing in an area in here, give some insight, right, to what might be going on. So long story short is, yeah, I can imagine they're not using journals at all. What they're using is their I don't know what kind of street smarts and wisdom of understanding others and how to react in the pit. I don't know. I speculate on that, Johnny, but you know, they're going to be like, well, yeah, see that guy over there, like, you know, when he starts buying, I'll start buying. Or when Goldman comes down to the floor, whatever. We've got some old versions. I mean, just for kicks. Boy, this is a weird webinar. Kind of fun, but we haven't really gone over too much in terms of setups and price action. Let me show you a playlist here on our channel, and we'll look up Louis Borsellino. And he actually used Bookmap for a while. Let's try this one. We might have taken it down. It was probably about 10 years ago. I can't find it. But anyway, we had him on and how he was saying, this is how I trade from the floor. Yeah, he goes, see, like he pointed to a spoof, for example. I remember it vividly, and I remember his wording. He said, these guys are trying to goose the market higher. And so basically it would be very high liquidity, like right underneath here. And then maybe they're pulling up here. Now, 10 years ago, spoofing was a lot more prevalent. And you could see these blocks of orders layered. Their intent was not to trade, but to push the market higher, skew the order book, and scare away traders. Anyway, fun stuff. I can understand that. In this day and age, though, I think journaling and studying, and more importantly, probably learning from your mistakes is critical. That's my opinion. Anyway, I'm full of opinions today. Sorry, guys. All right, let's see what we got here and what's going on. All right, so we traded up into the high liquidity here at 70. That pretty much stopped the market. We got the nice breakout here, which we saw, and we kind of let go. But that would have been a nice little 8-point move or so. Now we're seeing the pullback, though. And now this might turn into potentially in here kind of an inverse head and shoulders. I mean, sorry, just a regular head and shoulders, or maybe kind of a double top or a double head here. This is pretty good. Here's another setup here right in front of us. What do you guys think? I know you guys over in Discord will know what it is. Okay, disregard this right or left shoulder here. It's a short. Yeah. Yeah, you'd love to ES Trader. You'd love to see it. I'm looking for it. Look, I don't know what to tell you. I just searched Google. I also put in Borsalino. I think I misspelled it here in our YouTube in here. So I don't see it. I did Borsalino Bookmap and under videos here. I don't see it. It was great though. Anyway, we'll keep an eye out for it. All right, well, we're missing this one here as we're reminiscing about all these things. So it is a short, Alan, but what would you guys be looking at here for this short? Okay, just kind of going through some of the list here from the supply and demand setups course. Mean reversion to VWAP. Well, yeah, it might do that, but the setup here is the absorption exhaustion one. No, it's not a low volume pullback. Well, it could be on a different time frame, chase patrol, but it's really this one here. Okay, absorption on this leg, exhaustion on this leg. Okay, so here's the absorption. Well, there's some here. It pulled back. There's some here, and then on this leg in here, okay, we have some trading up in here, but not very much up here. Not like this. Okay, and then it tries again, and then it fails here. We don't get enough buyers, and then we start to see sellers come in. Okay, it would be better if we saw less buying up here, and maybe this traded into high liquidity right in this area here. It would look better, but this isn't bad. This isn't bad at all. It's also breaking a structural trend line here. Okay, and traders are looking at that. Okay, So Shark's probably looking at that and saying, here's his 1, 2, 3 pattern right in front of us. Laura's probably trading it. Laura probably got back in on the pullback here, right? She lets it flow or unfold, and then she looks for that. This would be your low volume pullback in here. Okay, it's a beauty too. Okay, it's kind of within the range, so you don't know if this is going to follow through or not. We want to really see it trending and outside the range. So like this one here would be better, right? Because now it broke structure. We see the follow through. We know there's heavy selling in here, and it's gone from 68 to 65, and then it pulled back. But see how this is a little choppy in here on this pullback in here. But look at the volume. Okay, look at the volume bars. Look at the volume dots. It's not doing it, and can't handle it. Not enough buyers in here. They're struggling here. And then the sellers come in here. We look exactly for this. And is when the sellers start to come in these areas in here. Okay, and we're making lower highs and then equal lows and then selling. So this would be your entry, or maybe even a little bit lower here. And you'd target, yeah, I mean, bottom of the range is a safe bet to take some off, or next area of liquidity. Okay, so there's a few different setups in there based off of the course. Okay, but the main one here is this absorption followed by exhaustion on a double top, or kind of a skewed head and shoulders in here. All right, hope that helps. There you go, Laura. Did you take it? Let's see. She took it on NASDAQ, I think. Let's take a look. Let's jump over to NASDAQ and take a look at it here. Okay. Oh, I'm way zoomed out. All right, hold on. All right, so there's your high liquidity getting filled. There it is, Laura, right? There's that relates to that. Okay. You had a trend line in here as well. Great. Okay. And again, I kind of really covered in kind of detail with Steven about the trend lines. It's a diagonal structure of value area. In my opinion, that's kind of how it works. But drew another one in here off of this one. Yeah. Okay, that one looks pretty good, and that's where we're looking to get in. Was after absorption followed by exhaustion. They absorbed a little bit more here actually in NASDAQ, and yeah, and then you got your beautiful. So you got your pullback in here. Yep. Okay, so you got chopped up a little bit. This is the right. Look, Laura, this is beautiful stuff. This is the right entry. It's the right thing to do to get out. And then you got back in again, and then yeah, I don't know why you would have. I guess you were afraid that maybe one more move and it would trend up into this liquidity up in here. But this one looks pretty good. Another thing to look at too is like look, here's that exhaustion, here's the lower high, and then you can there's more selling starting to come back in. It's not a lot of selling in here, but this worked out pretty nicely. Okay, there's not a lot of buying here though either, and you do have that beautiful exhaustion right up here, and a nice move. All right, so good stuff, Laura. Okay, you lost conviction. Hey, whatever. Hey, look, you may have lost conviction, but this is the thing. You may have lost conviction in this, but you saw something, you took it, and you managed it well, and you didn't lose much money at all. Okay? It was a very small loss. That's acceptable. Okay? Now, I would suggest that building out your playbook like we had discussed this entire webinar, basically, that process might be really helpful. Go back in, and that's where you won't lose your conviction on that trade. Okay, you'll know that you have an edge. Okay, or maybe you oh, I don't know, I think you got in on this leg and then you got out here, something like that. Or maybe you got stopped out here and then back in on this one. Let's see. Oh no, you got in here and then you took your small loss here. You got in again here, and then you saw this and then you got out here, something like that. But this is what I mean. Like, go through that process, and basically you don't know your setup. I hate to say it that way. Well, you don't believe in your setup yet. You don't have conviction in your setup. Okay, that's where the 20 different markups in a playbook, a totally focused study, will make all the difference. Yeah. Okay. I mean, if you have your ideas that you lost the conviction because it was in a range and there was no liquidity, then don't take the trade. It doesn't meet the criteria to take the trade. Anyway, some thoughts there. Yeah, that's your checklist setup. I mean, I know maybe you get, we all get kind of itchy to trade and FOMO and all that kind of stuff. But consider just, it didn't meet my setup. So pass, look for the next one. And then you won't have some broker fees and a small loss. Okay, you'll have a winner and you're going to have some broker fees. You can't get away from that one. Anyway, just some ideas, some considerations. All right, let me see if there's any questions. And I don't know if anyone found that Louis Borsellino video on our YouTube page. I'm sure I could find it someplace. I don't think we deleted it. We might have made it private, just because it's so old. All right, let's jump back to that ES. Guys, any questions on this absorption, exhaustion, double top in here? I mean, this really does kind of look more like this is exactly why I don't trust double tops as much unless they are in the direction of the trend, right? So in a downtrend, a double top like this looks pretty good to me. Otherwise, I would look for as a reversal. It doesn't, as a big reversal, it doesn't happen as often. From what I've seen, you get something like this, head and shoulders here, or a rounded top or something, because the market tries, it hits high liquidity, you get sellers. The market tries again, it hits high liquidity, you get some sellers. Market tries again and they doesn't find buyers, and then you find sellers, but the buyers come in once again and try. That's where you get your right shoulder, that's a lower high, and then you get your sellers. The double top, typically, you don't get that kind of distribution pattern like that. You get a small one on a double top. But when it's within the direction of the bigger trend, this works extremely well, I have found. All right. That was exhausting. So let's see, any questions? You're welcome, caveman. Yeah, guys, I mean, look, go play around with some of these tools. Build out your playbook. Think about it this way, that with that trading journal, you can build out this playbook so much quicker than if you did by hand. Okay, now here's another trick. Okay, then this is a really good trick for you Academy guys. Really good trick. Okay, why not? You can even make another journal and call it replay mode. You can journal your trades in replay mode. Okay, so go back and trade it and find the right. Maybe you messed up on the trade, even in replay mode. Maybe a couple times. You can delete those, and then put it into a new journal for your replay mode for that setup, and it works great, right? And you'll have a nice collection and data. And now this is the benefit here is you've been trading it and you've been collecting data at the same time. Okay, and you can do it very quickly because of the replay mode. So for example, take this example here at around 10:45 East Coast time. Okay, and trade this. Okay, hone your strategy. Do it in replay mode, and maybe do it a couple times. Select the one you want, and then now you've got the data as well. How much did it go against you? How much did it go for you? What was the time of day? Now you can you don't have to go through and tediously, like we've all done so many times in the past. Okay, I got in here, it went against me. How many points? How many ticks? How much money was that? And how long was I in that trade? And you got to manually do that. It's extremely tedious. Instead, you can just trade it, get a feel for it, and you've got your data. And you will have also your metrics along with it. Okay, so you got your metrics in here in different studies. Right, use that replay mode as such a powerful tool. It's even more powerful this way with the trading journal. Okay, because now you can become an expert. It's like you're playing video poker or something. Rewind it, replay it again, and trade it again. Load another replay file, trade it again. We'll start sharing some of these replay files for you guys too. Like I'll share this one today. Okay, I'll take this one here and I don't know. I'll share maybe from the 9:30 open, or maybe smaller. Maybe we'll just go over this one here because we did see this move to the upside too. This kind of head and shoulders potential breakout here. Reversal. All right, guys, we're coming up to the European close, and let's take a look here. All right, so we broke both of these trend lines pretty severely. We're below VWAP. Now we're back up above VWAP. Okay, I don't know what to think of the VWAP here. I don't know what to think of this profile in here either. As you guys know, I'm not much of a VWAP trader or a profile trader, but I do look at it, especially profile compared to VWAP. I much more look at profile. I know that like in here, the market rejected, and you can see that swath right through here, right? Market rejected both on the way up and on the way down. That's why it's a low volume pullback or a low volume node in here. Okay, so we can look for now, we're approaching that low volume node. Okay, what is the condition here? This looks pretty good to me. This is pretty strong volume by sellers, all and very consistent all the way down. Okay, and look at this pullback in here. It is on lower buy volume. Now it's not the greatest in here because there's this kind of cluster in here and this cluster in here. Okay, but we're looking for a rejection, okay, and sellers to come in. Okay, let's take a look here. Right, so we actually even have some exhaustion or absorption followed by exhaustion. Now there's a couple of caveats in here. We have this very high liquidity at 62.5, right? So I would look for them to trade into and through that. You can take a shot at it. Okay. This isn't a great setup either, but we're gonna take a shot at it. All right, we're in, and let's see if we can. This is a very small trade example. Again, it's not a trade recommendation. It's not a trading room. Okay, and we'll look to take profit down here. Okay, around 60. If we start to see buyers up here, we are out. And that's not, we're looking for exhaustion followed by sellers and lower highs. Okay, and this is not what we're looking for right now. It's doing it. All right, so I'm out. Okay, so I have a 1. Let's just zoom in here. Well, we can look at the trading journal too. 1, 2, I have a 3 tick loss. Okay, I can always get back in if I do see those sellers as well, and these guys pull. Okay, but we're not seeing that. Okay, that was the caveat in this trade, was this high liquidity right here as well. Okay, so good idea. All right, so it didn't meet our trade setup or expectations. We got out. All right, see if there's any questions. Amar, how can you get this software? Go to bookmap.com. Okay, it's up here in the upper right hand corner. You can go to bookmap.com and click on pricing, and you can go through all the different packages we have. A free version that's connected to delayed data. We have a digital plus version that is connected to delayed data and cryptocurrencies, and then we have a global version which can connect to all markets. The global plus version includes an add-on package as well, okay, and the ability to trade from the Bookmap chart. All right, so go through them and figure out which one's best for you. You will need to also subscribe to data. Right, so for further information on that, come to our Zoom meeting here, okay, and the onboarding. In fact, I would do this. I would suggest that you go to Amar, go to bookmap.com. Get the digital version here, the free version. Okay, sign in, and you'll have to register your email, and then come to the webinar at 1 p.m. The onboarding webinar. So you can ask questions there and get up and running. Okay. That would be maybe a good way to go. Okay, so that webinar will start in about an hour and 40 minutes. All right, still climbing higher here. Okay, well, this was our low volume pullback, and looking for that little low volume node in here that's filling in right now. Okay, it's filling in with volume, and that's not what we're looking for either. Right, we want it to reject up here. Okay, and there's some rejection. Okay, now let's see some follow through though. Okay, and the first stop would be this 62.5 liquidity down here. There's no setup here that I see. Okay, this is not a low volume pullback or anything. This is just a chop. Yeah, it's interesting. Was it Johnny who brought up the floor trader? This is why we put in the quotes counter. Okay, is to be able to see the flurries of activity, very much like pit noise, basically. You know that there's interest in an area when you start to see the bid and the offer, like all sorts of activity. This is back in the day. Well, it was, 10 years ago when we developed this column here for the quotes counter to show quote stuffing. Okay, which is that's an illegal practice. Okay, and that was like you can go look up quote stuffing. It's CME rule 575 and the PDF from the CME talks about it. And basically a flurry of activity to slow down the markets, and other traders can get filled while there's all this kind of chaos going on, and other traders will be delayed in their fill, and maybe their stops be triggered as well, and then they'll stop with the flashing of orders in here, and then the market can resume. Okay, so quote stuffing is yeah, very much frowned upon. All right. Yeah, you can trade from Bookmap. Oh, and Thinkorswim. No, you cannot. You can trade from the Thinkorswim platform, and Bookmap is embedded within the Thinkorswim platform. Okay, so that's how you can do it. You might want to reach out to them at Thinkorswim. You might be able to open up in a separate window their active trader window or something. I don't know. Okay. I think it's a huge benefit to be able to trade from the Bookmap chart, move the stops around, and you've got the liquidity heat map in front of you, so hide your stops behind high liquidity and front run high liquidity to get more probability of a fill, higher probability. Razzie, Jamie Dimon says we haven't had the damage of the tariffs yet. He's probably right, but this is how the market's reacting. So those days of volatility are gone. We're below 20 on the VIX, right? Let me double check that. Yeah, we're at 18. And that's delayed like 15 minutes or so. But where can you find the CQC column? Well, first off, let me show you. Go to help, go to the Learning Center. Okay, that'll bring up the Learning Center, and the Getting Started course here. Click on that, and then under the columns, you'll see all the different column types in here in the quotes delta. The quotes delta is a little different, but quotes counter is right here. Okay, this will answer your question here. You can also go to the knowledge base under here, knowledge base from the Learning Center, and then knowledge base here. Okay, but I would recommend just watch the video. You'll probably answer your questions. It's just a couple minutes in length. All right, so okay, we did get that move down into that high liquidity here at 62.5 and a bit of a bounce. Okay, now is that a low volume pullback? Okay, is it a small trend that is developing? Not really. I mean, it looks pretty choppy in here. The low volume pullback, like this pullback here, yeah, okay, it might be a low volume pullback. You can see the bar data here, and also the dot compared to the red dots, the green dot. So we'd look for this to be a low volume pullback, and maybe we'd get continuation. The thing is, though, is we're still within this bigger range in here. The low volume pullback works really well in a trending environment. Now it works on even these little moves in here. The thing is, though, is low volume pullback in this kind of range bound environment. Now it broke down. Okay, but in the range bound environment, typically you get a low volume pullback and you'll get another move down to the bottom of the range, and it might just go back and forth, right? Because it's still within this whole cluster here. Right, so just keep that in mind. If you take a trade like this, you're definitely, well, you would consider taking some off at the bottom of the range. Okay, look into it, because this will reduce your risk, because it might come right back up. It might even come back up to the swing highs up here, well, of this little range. Right, so now are we trending outside, or are we still in this choppy environment? We just hit VWAP. VWAP traders are going to be buying off of this. So yeah, it's kind of convoluted right now. In fact, VWAP traders, there might be a little something to look at here or sink your teeth into. High liquidity filled here. Okay, we're still in an uptrend. And we're bouncing off of VWAP here, and we're starting to see some buyers. So coming up to the top of the range looks pretty good, actually. Okay, if you're a VWAP trader. Okay, you have some passive liquidity, passive buyers here, followed by aggressive buyers coming in here. Okay, you can see a small break in the trend as well here. Right, so we'd look for a retest back up to top of the range, basically. All right, guys, anyways, European close. We've only got a couple minutes before 11:30 East Coast time. And Tom B is up next. So if you want to continue with the education here at Bookmap, you can go over to his room, or stay in YouTube. You just stay in, and you can you found it, Dan. Okay. Yeah, okay, thank you, Dan. Is this okay? We have it unlisted, right? Okay, I don't know if we had it for a reason unlisted in here, but here, I'll share it with you guys. Okay, here's that Louis Borsellino, a very old version. This is why we have it unlisted. It's a very old version of Bookmap. You can see here, it's very old. Everything is different in here. So don't worry so much about that. Just you've got like an icon floor trader here. So we got it here for you. Okay, thank you, Dan. Great job. And it was a treat, to have him in. It was kind of like Elvis in the house. All right, let me round up the last minute questions here, and we'll take it further. Replay files happen. Blanco Mocha Mac, replay files are when you open up your Bookmap in the replay or run options mode. You'll have the ability to check the box to record your data. Do that. And there's videos in here in the Learning Center again that'll help you. Okay, so go to bookmap.com, education. That takes you to the Learning Center, and then I believe it's probably in here. Trading. If it's not in here, the videos are in I know we have them. Add-ons. Well, we'll just do a search for a replay here in the Learning Center. That'll do the trick. No, I know we have them. Anyway, maybe I didn't add them to the courses. We have webinars on them on YouTube as well. Yeah, anyway, I don't see it at the moment. Creating add-ons. But, oh, good Lord, I know I've done them. Anyway, I'll have to get back to you on that. And let's see, how's this trade working out for you guys? Well, this idea here, we kind of missed it here, but we had the low volume pullback and mentioned it's not really low volume, or it is low volume on a pullback, but you're within a bigger picture range in here. And then it turned into something different off of VWAP here, and then high liquidity getting filled on the bid in here, and then buyers coming in and breaking the structure. So not only is the diagonal broken here, is this horizontal area that's broken here as well, right in here, right? You can see this little pullback in here, and that's where we broke out from. So that's when you know, okay? And then you start to target some of these areas up here, which we haven't gotten to yet, okay? Or now they pulled that liquidity, so it might even come up to 67.50 now. All right, guys, thanks for coming, everybody. We'll hey, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Better yet, just come over to Discord and partake in the discussion over there. We've got all sorts of oh, okay, Alois found all the replay mode stuff. Thank you. Yep, just you'll find it over on YouTube. Right. Okay. And guys, Academy guys, will come back and you can see like not a great setup here. You know, didn't look too convincing, but you know, there was something to it, and we didn't make a higher high. We didn't come up into the high liquidity, and sellers came in and drove it right back down to VWAP here. This is why you don't see it, you know, going your way. Get out, reduce the risk, you know, take some off on the way up, etc. All right, so Academy guys, like we'll come back and revisit on Thursday, but we got some nice trading tools in there for you using that. Well, probably the best of all is to use the replay mode along with the trading journal, and then take screenshots and put it into your build out that one journal for that one setup. All right, thanks guys, have a good day, and we'll catch up with you later today for the onboarding webinar, and then next would be the Thursday Bookmap Academy webinar at market close. Take care. Bye bye.